Oh man, dead center.
What up, what up? It's Will here with the Baseball Bat Bros, and today we are going back in time to this. If you're an OG, you recognize this beast, the carrot stick, the Easton Stealth Comp from 2008. Let's check it out. Alrighty, since we have the best fans in the world, one of you guys sent this to us. A big shout out to Brandon Duncan and his two Bat Bros for shipping us this old school Stealth Comp from back when I was in high school, so we could hit with it and test it out against how these other BBCORs do. So thanks a ton, Brandon. So checking this thing out, this one's just a 32. It's a pretty small one, but still packs a punch. I actually used this bat in my sophomore year for a few games and hit some freaking tanks with it. So composite handle. They made everything look like carbon fiber back in the day just to make composite seem cool. And then you got a composite barrel. This is there's two different versions of this. There was like a silver one that was regular flex. This one was the stiff flex and was a lot better. You know, later on a lot of people realized that a stiff flex was a better swinging bat. But guys, one thing I want to point out about this and composite bats in general back in the 2000s was that they were kind of inconsistent. Like honestly, like what I would hear around a lot, and you guys probably remember this if you're, you know, my age and like your mid 20s, like every third or fourth one of these bats like randomly wasn't very good. And like on most of them, the sweet spot is like super inconsistent. Every now and then you'll hit a ball that like you don't feel like you got very well, and it will just go an absolute mile. And then sometimes you think you square it up and it's a complete dead spot. These days the composite is like a lot, you know, higher tech and more consistent, and they're all the same. But back in the day with these guys, you kind of never knew what you were going to get. Sometimes you just got one that was absolutely insane. So this thing and the EXO were, I think, two of the best BSR bats of all time. So let's check this thing out and see if it really is that much better than some of the BBCOR bats we're hitting with today.
There we go. Oh yeah.
Oh man. Man, that's 350 probably.
That was killed.
Get out of here. Oh, foul. Going foul. 110 off of that.
Two hops to 400, pretty close.
Oh, damn. Oh, short hop, 365.
Oh, did he? Ah, one hop.
What?
Dang.
Oh my God. Oh, I think that hooked around.
Yeah.
Oh, man. No way. No way. Oh, one hop to 404. That's one of the furthest balls I've ever hit.
Whoa. Oh, that almost went on the second level.
Oh, no way. I did not. Oh, short hop to 419.
Oh, oh man, dead center. Oh, short hop.
Wait,
Short hopped it.
why did it make that sound?
Did it go out?
I think it did.
The video will do the telling.
There's one. Boom. Oh, Did that hit the fence?
Yeah.
No, I gotta figure out how far that sign is away. That was a bomb. Oh, look how high that went. Oh my goodness. Come on. Boom!
Yo, Will, what do you think of the 2008 Easton Stealth Comp?
The 2008, that's funny, man. All right, so the big question today was, is this thing really all that much better than like some of the BBCORs we're swinging today? And basically how I would explain it is this has like the best characteristics of every like one of the best BBCOR bats today put into one. So this basically has pop similar to like the Goods or the Bone Saber, like two of the best power hitting bats, or like the Select Power or the Meta Power. But it also has like the light swingingness and the sweet spot of like a Meta. So imagine if the Meta was, you know, hitting balls as far as like some of these big power loaded and loaded bats are hitting. That's kind of basically what this is. And the reason they can kind of achieve that that amount of power without so much end load with like a really balanced bat like this is basically because like back in the day, like you didn't have a restrictor ring, you didn't have these BBCOR restrictions that made these bats dead. These, like, it's called the trampoline effect. These had really bouncy barrels and you kind of get that hollow sound like in a lot of the drop fives. That's basically what trampoline effect is, where it just, the bat just springs the ball and you hear that bunk or that really loud resounding echoing ping. Whereas with a lot of BBCORs today, it's just more of like a crack or a thud or like a short ping. But this has that trampoline effect, where back in the day, these BESR bats, the bat was doing a lot of the work. They had flex and trampoline effect that would just throw the ball. So you had a lot of these small guys that didn't even swing that hard that were hitting bombs. Whereas today, the player has to do a lot more of the work. The bat doesn't have the trampoline effect. So for guys to hit home runs, they have to usually rely on a bigger, heavier bat and a big, strong guy to hit the balls out of the yard, like with a wood bat. But all in all, I mean, like, with like a similar weighted bat to this with a BBCOR, this is probably hitting it like 25 feet further. Like, it's not really that crazy. I think most of the hype around these things is like nostalgia, but like it's not like, you know, like some small kids can be hitting bombs all of a sudden. It's like hitting a drop 5 basically. I'd even say like the CF Zen drop 5 is probably better than this, but this is basically like kind of a heavier, more inconsistent version of that. So yeah. All right, there you have it, guys. The Stealth Comp Stiff from 2008, the carrot stick that everyone's raving about. Again, guys, I think you're better off with like that, you know, like any CF Zen drop 5. I think that's going to hit bigger bombs than this, but this thing was definitely kind of a cheat code back in 2008. There was nothing like it. People would hit balls that just like didn't even look like they'd go that far and they'd go out. Like you saw that ball that I hit straight up into the air that landed on the school. You get a lot of stuff like that where it's just like, how the hell did that happen? So no surprise, this kind of caused a temporary ban of composite bats in college baseball, which is probably a good thing. This thing was kind of dangerous, so glad they got it out of there. But as you can see, we're hitting balls, you know, a good 20-25 feet further than we're usually able to hit them with a BBCOR bat. But it's nothing like that out of this world. So all right, guys, thanks for hanging out today. If you liked the video, we'd appreciate if you subscribe to the channel or dropped a like. We'll see you guys next time.